Hello everyone, welcome to this week's plan with me. We are memory keeping my plans from March 14th through March 20th in my Aura Stell Cloud using my print Prussian inserts. The kit that I'm using this week is Lucky Charms, which is in my shop. It's beautiful. It's exclusive art. I love the pastel rainbow vibes, and this is the week of St. Patrick's Day. I don't really do anything special for St. Patrick's Day, but if I have a cute kit, I will mark it in my planner. For foil, I am bringing in hollow, so I have some hollow bits from my shop, from Planner Choco, I still don't know. And then from Plana Hannah, I have these underlays that I wasn't sure if I was going to bring in because I like the green like bougie boxes in the Crust Press kit, but I did bring them in because I wanted to use them. I thought they were cute. I am using two different Crust Press foil bundles, the hollow version of the St. Patrick's Day foil bundle as well as the green. I thought the green matched too well to not use it because, like, I don't know, like maybe it won't match the next year or the next year, but it matched perfectly in my opinion this year, so I decided to mix that with hollow because also I feel like because this spread is very like rainbow, I didn't want to have like a ton of extra green. I don't think it would have looked horrible, but I think also like pulling in a core foil broke it up a little bit and then lent me to use hollow in the mini icons and stuff like that. So my base is pretty simple. I have been obsessed with these inserts, especially if you plan like me. The only thing that I've seen people like weary of is the sidebar, but how I line it up is I kind of just like look at the space between the sidebar and then the Monday box and just like follow the straight line up and like line it up. Kind of like I do with bougie boxes where I don't like put them on the bottom and then place them down. I like put them along the side to make sure they're straight, if that makes any sense. But I am obsessed. I don't have to worry about any lines showing. I don't have to worry about, you know, whiting out a line if I like change out my sidebar. So personally, it's a vibe. I love it. I'm obsessed. I probably won't use any other inserts for the rest of my life, especially the bottom washi area too, especially with like a light bottom washi, you'd have to like white it out. I'm just over the lines. So if you want to check these inserts out, they are on Print Prussian Kane's website. And then also when it comes to my planner, I have been switching it out because I was doing reels weekly, but I think I'm going to go back to just doing a photo post. And then if I think that the spread's going to turn out like really bomb, like top tier, top 10 type thing, I'll do a reel. But I don't want to do, like, I just feel like I'm like a little tired. I was doing like 3-4 reels a week and I'm going to probably like go down to maybe like 2. Maybe 1. We'll see. And I want them to be like fun. And I think that'd be fun to do like I've been wanting to do like a SPC office tour, but it's just like a lot and it's always kind of not a wreck, but just like an organized mess. But this year I do have goals to kind of like spruce things up and like organize some more, make it a little more aesthetic. And I want to do like a tour, but I think it would just be too much to do a full tour. So I think I want to do like part 1, part 2, like parts on Instagram Reels. And I think that that'd be a really fun way to do it. So let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. And it'd be a fun thing to like look forward to. And then I can kind of like spruce up sections. And it could be kind of like almost like a reward for me. Like get this done and then you could make a really cool reel with it. So that is basically everything that I wanted to talk about for the base. I am fully caught up with my plan with me's. Like I have this one and then my next one and then I'm living in the week that's like next. Like that's so weird for me. I haven't been caught up in like I think since before Lila was born maybe. I'm not sure. But it feels good, but also I'm like I kind of want to plan like now. And I have nothing to do, so I'm kind of like well, I guess I wait. I do have my work planner too now, which I can like pre-plan bases for, but I also don't want to like do that because I also do use that as a reward. Sometimes like, oh, I'll finish like this like task and then I'll reward myself by being able to do something fun like laying down a base in my work planner. So yeah, let's go into the plans. So on the sidebar, I put in that it was, I think, 4 weeks till Disney this week. And also that this was the week that my kids started to get sick, which was literally no fun at all. Like, it was just a nightmare. But they're better now. And it was just like a really like long week. Do you know, like if you have kids or if you're just sick, like, it's the week is long. Doesn't fly by like normal. I am also I didn't find like a color in my like weekly colors that I felt matched this perfectly, despite there being like 100 colors in it. So I decided to just pull out some of my little freebies. I don't think I've shown these yet, but basically I wanted to do like kind of switch up the order freebie. And so I had a lot of people that I love pick out doodles, and I'll definitely do more in the future with different people, but pick out was like 12 doodles, and then I made like little sampler, like the freebie size sheets in like all different colors that I think match their vibes. And then we're just going to throw those in random orders. You won't be able to select them, but you'll get a random one, which I think is equally as fun. So I think so far I've done one for me, Kirsten, Kanish Jess, Kane, Jessica, J. Crew Plans, and I have Maddie's like written down, so I need to do that sometime. But I want to do more in the future. Even do some customer ones in the future. That'd be really fun. But yeah, I did pull those in because I feel like actually all the colors that I picked matched for the most part. So, like the baby shark and stuff like that are from those. And, what was I gonna say? I don't remember. But yeah, anyways, on Monday I had Starbucks. I have Starbucks every day. I actually tried to give up Starbucks recently. It lasted 2 days. It didn't work. Someday soon, but not today. I went to work, and then we had like an annoying like house warranty meeting, which are always just super long and boring, and anything like house related is kind of boring. So that just kind of like put a damper on my day of like excitement. And then I got really mad at Nick this day and was like yelling at him. I feel like we've been like yelling at each other a lot recently, but it's just like basic things that like we get over fast. But I'm like, let's put it in the planner. So I posted this on Instagram too, but I was super mad because Nick was arguing with me about like how to cut up hot dogs for Theo, and I was like, you have to cut it down the middle and then cut it, because like if you just cut it like in small slices, it's like the size of his throat, so he could choke on it. He's like, I never heard blah blah blah. And my in-laws do this too, and I'm like, just because you've done it like a million times and no one's choked on it thus far does not mean that like it won't happen. Like I feel like some people just can't get that into their brains, like, oh, I've done this a million times, this hasn't happened. It's like, well, like I try to explain it to him, like, so whenever you're like they're starting to ride bikes, like, do we just not let them wear a helmet because, you rode your bike without a helmet for a long time and you never got hurt? Or, like, do we just take precautions because it's, like, the right thing to do? So it was, like, a whole argument. And then afterwards, I was like, Nick, why couldn't you just cut up the hot dog that way and not argue with me? And he's like, I know. And I'm like, it's just where we, like, butt heads in being, I feel like, a Sagittarius and a Taurus. So that was a thing, but I put it in because I was just, like, so mad. And I was like, this is something that we've been doing since Bennett, so I'm not sure, like, what the problem is. Then I gave Girly a bath this day, and I took a really long shower. On Tuesday, I put in that Theo was just being a real mood this day, and I think it's because he was starting to feel like not so great. So I have no idea. He was just like not having it. Then I had a hair appointment this day to get my roots done, and that was fun. So I put that in, and I got McDonald's on the way home and use the super cute little McDonald's doodle. I will say that this kit, like, and any really like pastel kits, I really didn't even need to pull in like a color of the week, because I feel like almost every single color on the doodle sheets matches this. It's perfect. It's beautiful. I love it. We got kava for dinner this night because we had been craving it. And then I put in that I just cuddled Girly. On Wednesday, oh my God, I forgot that this week was the week from hell. Okay. This, I had never, not never, but I have not felt this, like, hopeless in a while, but in, like, a work way. So, on Wednesday, I woke up really, really early, and I decided to film a voiceover. And this is where I knew that the day was going to go bad, and I should have just quit from here, but, like, it was coming for me. So, I filmed a whole voiceover, and I mentioned this before, it's like 35 minutes, which it doesn't sound like a hard task, but it's 35 minutes of my day where I'm like doing one thing and then I have to redo it. And like, it's I don't know what it's like comparable to, like where you talk through a whole thing and then have to re-talk through it again. It's kind of like opening a present twice. You're not as excited the second time and you're like, I have to do this again, but it's like opening a present for 35 minutes. Does that make sense? So I was like, already annoyed by that. Whatever, though. Another 35 minutes, I'll get it done. I actually ended up speeding up the clips more so I didn't have to talk as much and just like called it a day. Then I was like, I think Kirsten texted me, and Kirsten was like, hey, like, is paper, like, sticker paper coming soon? And I was like, yeah, like, oh, well, that was like earlier last week. She was like, is it coming soon? And I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to order it by like a couple days. Because usually it ships right away and we get it like 2 days later. So I was like, all right, I'll just order it. No problem. It'll come. We have plenty of paper. We have a reserve. Like, we do this every single month. We order paper. So I was like, all right, well, let me email them because they said that it was going to be delayed last week, right? And I was like, that's fine. We have reserve. So I emailed them again and they told me 12 days later than the original like estimate of like, well, it was, so I had messaged them last week and they were like, oh, it's going to be X late. And then I messaged them this week randomly and they were like, oh yeah, it's 12 days after that. And I was like, we've been waiting for this paper for a while now, and when was somebody gonna let me know? And like, is that like real? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I would be cool if like they could swear on their lives that like it would ship this day, but it makes me nervous that it was already pushed once and then pushed again 12 days. So I had literally zero faith, and I was in a really, 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 really bad mood. I was like super nice, but I was just like in a really, 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 really bad mood. So I went and got Taco Bell and ate it in the Walmart parking lot and sulked for a while and was like, what am I going to do about releases? Is that another thing? And like, we had paper, but like not enough that I feel confident of like doing anything. Like, realistically, I had enough paper to do like 2 releases, maybe 3, but I was like kind of stressing because we had a reserve, but we've been using like, we had what was left and then we had the reserve and we were like using that because of how long this was pushed. Anyways, so. And I think Kirsten said something to me, or someone said something to me about like, I think Kirsten said something about like, oh, this happened with wax and we just got it from a different vendor. And I was like, okay, well, I don't know where to get other paper from that's like the same. And then I think Kinish Jess said something to me about it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to actually look and see. So I found this company who has like the same sticker paper, it felt like from the vibes. So I called them and I was like, how fast can you get me a sample? And they said next day. So they next day me a sample and it's literally the same paper. Like, they're trying to tell me that they make the paper and I'm like, no, you don't. It's literally the exact same paper as the other company. Like, I know the manufacturer where you get it. But anyways, they came through. I was really, really excited about that. But there's a plot twist later. So I was like, all right, I need this paper. So if you can ship it out by Monday, then I'll place an order. So I ended up ordering 3 times as much paper as I normally do. But we're going to have over a month, I think, of paper on reserve, which I feel like is a good amount. So I felt relieved. And then I went to Target. I hung out with the boys. We had Jack Allen for dinner. And I did like a little Planet Hannah YouTube binge. I was watching like the Planner Graveyard videos because I wanted to watch those like in order. And then on Thursday, it was St. Patrick's Day. Like I said, we don't really do anything. I usually cook corned beef because I really like corned beef and like cabbage and vegetables. But not enough to have it like multiple times per year. So I usually do just like cook it on St. Patrick's Day. And this year I did it in the Instapot and it was so, so good. I love cabbage so much. I used to hate it, but I'm like obsessed with it. It was really delicious, and I ordered that paper order this day because we got the sample in, and it's exactly the same. I had me and one of my other employees were just like at work, like looking at it, like I think it's the same, and it's like literally the same exact paper. He's like very, very particular, this employee, and if there was anything different, he would have known. But anyways, we got Doc B's for lunch because I was feeling like way less stressed. And then we dropped off packages. And then this day I found out that Kane wasn't coming. And I am so drama. And I put in the funniest like crying sticker. I paused the video to send it to him. And I was like, I'm the drama. But he talked about it more in his plan with me if you want to watch that. But basically he made it like over halfway here and just had like a little freak out. So he ended up going home the next day from that point. But he's just going to come and fly. Like I told him he should have in the first place. In the future. So very excited about that. And I miss him. So I need him to come soon. Then the in-laws came over for dinner this night because like I said, we were having corned beef and cabbage and potatoes and carrots. And it was so good. On Friday, I put in that Theo was up all night, just like not having it. And I am like, I am like bad cop parent, but also the parent that everyone needs when they're sick or they get hurt or like need any type of consoling, having a bad day, want to cuddle. But like any other time, I'm also a bad cop parent. So whenever the kids are sick, they want me, which I'm not mad about because I do quite love cuddles. But at night, I don't get a break because Nick tried and he's like, no, I want mommy. And I'm like, I can't help it. He's so cute and beautiful. So then we took Theo to the doctors this day. Well, actually, Nick did to the new doctor, and I was super excited about that. And they basically said that it's either the flu and he's on the tail end, or I don't remember doing, it's because I didn't do a voiceover for last week. Or did I do a voiceover for last week? I feel like I'm missing a week. Maybe not. I don't know. They said it's either the flu, tail end, or it is a cold, a long cold. So they said since he didn't have a fever, they really couldn't do much, and that I was doing everything that we could do anyways. So we just had to wait it out. But I just wanted to check because, things like this can turn into ear infections real fast, and, you need medicine for that, or they can turn into like strep or they could like be strep or something. So I just want to like make sure that I'm giving them everything that they can receive to make them feel better. So that's why we took him to the doctors. And it had been like a week of symptoms. Then we took a shower because another thing that I read online was kind of doing like a steam out, which I've done with them before, where you just like when they're feeling stuffy, you just like run hot water and let them like hang out, and then it kind of clears them up naturally. So we did that for a while, and then I just hung out with the fam and watched Darcy and Stacy. And then this night I was doing my new release video, and I got a text from Nick during it, and he told me that the original paper order shipped. And I was like, oh my God. First of all, they said it would ship the 24th, and it was the 18th. And I was like, okay. And I had placed like another order on top of it from my like original manufacturer, which I'm still going to buy from them because I've never had a problem in like 7 years. So I ended up ordering over 50,000 sheets of paper in total. Let's just say that. That was a lot of paper. But now we have backups upon backups upon backups upon backups. But I was just like, so y'all put me through all that drama for something that wasn't supposed to be in and shipped to me till the 24th. Like, you weren't supposed to be able to ship it till the 24th. But it shipped the 18th. So I ended up getting a lot of paper, which is like fine. But it's just like, why did I have to go through all of that drama? And Kirsten was like, you're the drama, basically, like in a nice way. And I was like, yeah, but like, I don't know. I just think I prepare for the worst in literally every situation of my life, because then you're like prepared. And then when something good happens, it kind of, I feel like, goes back to like my parents like promising things like my whole life and them just never happening. So I feel like I always just like don't trust anyone with anything. So I think that I'm just like damaged goods in that fact that like I don't trust anything anyone says ever. And I obviously trusted them the first time they said they were going to ship it, but then whenever they pushed it 12 more days, I was like, panic. So, I mean, it's nice because now we have another supplier in case we need it that has like literally the exact same paper. But I just was very stressed about it. And I don't know, it's not a fun time, but it's over with, and I'm glad that there was a solution out of it. So there's that. On Saturday, it was a long night with the kids. Everyone was just stuffy, and then I just cuddled Bennett for a while on the couch and hung out with him. We went to my in-laws this day because the kids had been begging to see them, and I put in that my in-laws were making me mad. I actually wrote in WTF. I found this script, I think from Hannah, and basically it's just grandparent stuff where like I say something and then they just like contradict me in front of the kids, and I'm like, I can't get anywhere with this. Normally it's like where Bennett like didn't want to eat dinner, and I was like, Bennett, I'm not gonna ever force you to eat something that you don't like, but you like what's in front of you. And he's like, no, I want macaroni and cheese. And I'm like, no, we're not making macaroni and cheese. This isn't a restaurant. You're gonna eat what's in front of you because you like it. And I have a thing like that's the rule, and that I make them try everything. They have to just try it, and if they don't like it, they don't have to eat it. And it was a whole thing. And then my mother-in-law goes, I could just make him mac and cheese. And I'm like, I'm literally gonna kill you. Like, can you not? Like, why? They do this kind of stuff all the time. I know they're grandparents. They just want to make the kids happy. But at the same time, like, then he gets it in his head that it's an option. Whereas at home, he'd be like, okay, cool. Like, it's fine. Like, I'm just gonna eat what's in front of me. But at grandparents, they give him what he wants. And it's such a struggle bus. And it's like, okay, why wouldn't you just let them make him macaroni and cheese? Because it's the principle. And then he learns that he could just request what he wants all the time. And no matter what I say, that he could get whatever he wants. And that's not the way it goes. So I was irritated that day. And then Bree called me about something. I don't remember what it was about, but we chatted on the phone for a while. I am becoming a phone call person. I don't know when it happened, but that is me. And then I put in that I was mad at Nick. And it was just a day of just like a couple days of just stress. And also like I barely slept for like the whole week. Like I didn't sleep through the night like for over a week. And yeah, I was just on my last leg. And then I put in that I was up late with Theo again that night. On Sunday, I put in that I was cuddling Lila all morning. And then this day I ordered Theo. Oh, so cute. It came in and it's so beautiful. It is a board book. And basically we know for the plane for Disney that like Lila should be good and Bennett should be good. But Theo, he needs like constant things to do. So we have a bunch of stuff for him. Bennett will literally just play Mario, like Super Mario Odyssey on the Switch for forever, and then play Minecraft on his iPad like he's set. Lila, she could care less about anything. She's just the happiest baby in the world. Theo, we need activities. So I have like a bunch of stuff. And then he loves looking at pictures and videos of himself and his sister and his brother. So I made this like compilation of like an hour's worth of iPhone videos and like put them all together and compressed it, and that's like gonna go on his iPad. And then on top of it, I made him this board book, and it's from Artifact Uprising, and it's expensive. I'm not gonna lie, it's expensive, but I feel like it's a really, really quality gift to give someone, or give like maybe a baby for their first birthday or their first Christmas. And you could like put anything you want in it, but I did his favorite people, and he loves looking through and like naming people in our pictures. So I put pictures of like everyone he knows and loves, and it turned out so beautiful. Like honestly, the quality of it was like $70, which I think is expensive. Like you get a board book at like Target, it's like $12 max, I feel like. I mean, it's custom, it's high quality, and it had like a good amount of pages. But if you ever need a really good gift, I feel like that is just something also that they're going to keep for 100% the rest of their life. Like I will put that in his little baby box, and I'm sure that he's going to really, really appreciate that in the future. So it's a great gift idea. And so I did all of that day because I wanted to make sure it was all done. And then I just spent time with Nick and hung out with Nick and Bennett while I think like Theo and Lila were sleeping. Theo took like really great naps though, because his like nighttime sleep was terrible. And then me and Theo played with stickers for a couple of hours, like actually a couple of hours. So I also put stickers in his little like airplane bag, because I didn't realize how obsessed he was with stickers. It's super cute. And he always, and like they get stuck to his fingers, he goes, "It's sticky." And I'm like, "You're so cute." And then we watched Darcy and Stacy. We ordered Papa John's, which is my favorite trash pizza. I would love to know in the comments what your favorite like fast food pizza is. Mine is Papa John's. I love just like a regular pepperoni from Papa John's with like the garlic dipping sauce for the crust. And then like the little pepperoncinis that they put on the side are so tasty. And then we watched Before the 90 Day. So that is everything for this week. I hope that y'all liked this week's video. You also got a little bit information on what I deal with as a business owner. Obviously, I feel like I'm very lucky in the fact that like I don't have many things go wrong. I'm always knocking on wood here. And everything usually runs smoothly, so I know that like little hiccups are bound to happen. So I'm glad that this one was kind of resolved pretty quickly. Could have been way worse. So thankful, but always stressed. So that is everything. I hope that y'all liked this week's video, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye.